Sathya and welcome to the final day of the U Nutritional Therapy 7-Day Yoga Challenge. Now today we're going to be focusing on balance in our yoga flow. Balance poses are a really good way to help build strength, but also to really connect mind and body. So quite often our balance poses can reflect what's actually going on in our mind. As always, just work where it feels comfortable, keep the breath flowing and enjoy. So we're going to start today standing just at the top of our mat, hands to heart center, just closing the eyes, taking a deep inhale through the nose and letting it all out through the mouth. And again. And then just connecting in with our Ujjayi breath. Now we're going to start off in tree pose. I'll just turn so that you can see. We want to take the right foot either to the ankle or to the calf or to the thigh. Just making sure it's not on the actual knee itself. I suggest finding a fixed gaze point and really connecting in with the breath. From here we'll inhale, raising the arms and exhaling to open. Inhale, taking the hands together and exhale back to heart center. From here we're going to release the foot, just sliding it across so the ankle sits above that left knee and sinking down into standing pigeon. So keeping that foot flexed. The further you sink in this pose, the more intense it's going to feel. So just work where it's comfortable. We'll inhale, straightening that leg, and then just releasing the foot. I'll turn again, coming into standing Shiva. So keeping that core strong, foot flexed, and then stepping back, reaching up into Warrior One. So just making sure the knees above the ankle, hips are facing forward, shoulders coming down the back. As we exhale, opening up into Warrior Two. So just making sure those hips are in line with the long end of the mat. Just gazing towards that middle finger. We'll flip the front hand, inhaling as we reverse the warrior. And exhale, cartwheeling the hands down. From here, we're going to draw that back leg up. We'll inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold, bend the knees if you need to. And inhale, coming all the way up, bringing our hands back to heart center. So from here, we're going to go on the other side. So bringing that left foot up, again, either to the ankle, the calf, or the thigh. Try and go for the same point as you did before. Again, finding that fixed gaze point. Just calming the mind. From here, we're going to inhale, raising the arms, and exhaling as we open. Inhale, bringing the hands together and back to heart center. Now just releasing that foot, sliding it across the leg. So left ankle sits above the right knee as we bend into standing pigeon. So keeping that foot flexed. Just remember, the further you sink, the more intense the pose. And then inhale, coming back up, just releasing that leg again into standing Shiva, keeping that core strong. And then stepping back, reaching up into Warrior One, just making sure that back foot is at a 45-degree angle, hips facing forwards. As we exhale, opening up into Warrior Two. Flipping the front hand, we'll inhale to reverse the warrior, keeping that front leg bent. And then exhale, cartwheeling the hands down, stepping into plank, coming down to the knees, lowering the rest of the body. We'll inhale through Cobra, making sure the shoulders are down the back, and then exhale into into downward dog. Taking the gaze to the top of the mat, we'll step the feet between the hands. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. And inhale, coming all the way up. Bringing hands to heart center and opening to Tadasana. So from here, we're going to move into chair pose. So keeping the feet and the knees together. As we inhale, we're going to bend the knees, reaching up, slightly tucking the tailbone under, and just holding here, making sure the shoulders stay down the back. If you want to make it a little more intense, just sink a little further. And if you'd like to challenge your balance, just lifting the heels, just holding, maybe sinking even further. From here, we'll lower the heels and exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, and exhale, hands down, stepping back into plank. So either coming down to the knees or through that chaturanga. Inhaling through upward facing dog or cobra, and exhaling into downward facing dog. Now from here, just coming down to the knees, I'm going to suggest if you have a block, you just place it at the top of the mat. Now tucking the toes under again, lifting back up into downward dog, and inhaling to lift that right leg to tripod, or exhale, stacking that right hip over the left, just taking a few circles to loosen up the hip, and a few circles in the other direction. Inhaling back to tripod, and then exhale, placing that right foot between the hands. We're going to pivot the back foot and open straight up into warrior two. From here, we'll flip the front hand and inhale to reverse the warrior. As we exhale, taking that forearm onto the thigh, keeping those hips open, reaching up with the left arm. Just keep looking up underneath, making sure you've got space between the ear and the shoulder. Taking the gaze back down to the mat, we'll inhale, coming back to reverse the warrior. And then from here, as we exhale, taking the hand down to the block, and either in one big push or with a few steps, we're going to lift that back leg coming into half moon. So trying to keep those hips stacked on top of each other, back foot flexed. If that feels okay, you can even take the hands down to the floor. Now once you're feeling stable, reaching the hand to the ceiling. If you're feeling very comfortable, just looking up towards that hand. And then back down. We're going to step back into warrior two. And then exhale, cartwheeling the hands down, stepping into plank, either coming down to the knees or through our chaturanga. Inhaling through cobra or upward facing dog, and exhaling into downward facing dog. So we'll inhale to lift that left leg to tripod, and exhale, stacking that left hip over the right, just taking a few circles with the leg and a few circles in the other direction. We'll inhale to tripod, and exhale, placing that left foot between the hands, pivoting the back foot and opening up into our warrior two. So from here, we're going to flip the front hand, inhaling as we reverse the warrior, and then exhale, taking that forearm onto the thigh, reaching up and over with the right arm looking underneath. Taking the gaze back down to the mat, we'll inhale to reverse the warrior once more, and then exhale, taking the hand down to the block or straight to the floor, keeping those hips stacked, foot flexed. Remember, you can keep the hand on the hip if you prefer. Once you're stable, reaching up with this hand and maybe looking towards the outstretched hand I'm not feeling particularly stable today, so just seeing how it goes. And then lowering that back foot back into our warrior two. We'll exhale, taking the hands down to the mat, stepping back into plank, coming down to the knees, lowering the rest of the body, inhaling through cobra or upward dog, and exhale, taking the belly between the thighs, just coming into child's pose, forehead to the mat, reaching forward, shoulders down into the back. And then when you're ready, just coming back to seated. So well done. That's 7 days completed. I hope you've enjoyed them, and if you have been brand new to yoga, then congratulations. These videos are going to stay up on the You Nutritional Therapy YouTube channel, so please feel free to use them whenever you want to. If you are in the local area, then you're very welcome to come and join a class, and my timetable you can find on my website or on the You Nutritional Therapy Facebook page. Well done, and hope to see you soon.